So I went back to school and got my degree and have worked at Wise County Christian Counseling for about 7 years. And it has been just such a blessing in my life.
For myself, it was really a journey of faith. I went back a little later in life to get my master's in counseling, and I kind of put a stop in a successful career and made a change and kind of pivoted with that. So that took me a little bit out of my comfort zone.
I think just when I finished school, there was no other place I wanted to work.
God just continued to lead me toward counseling, and particularly toward Wise County Christian Counseling. And with that leading, it just increased my faith, and with that followed peace and comfort.
The Invisible Strings tells a story of that we all are connected with our love to each other. And I'd like to use that metaphor. I think that metaphor in Wise County Christian Counseling is really, we are connected. You as a donor are connected to us as counselors and to our families that we serve. But really the originator, I feel like, of that string is God and his love for the hurting, and his desire that we provide light and hope. And so I want you to know that you are part of that.
So I think that each counselor has had that same kind of faith journey. And because we've had that faith, in response, God has been faithful in the way that he has just ministered to us as counselors and been faithful toward our counseling center. Such a big part of that, I think God has used our donors in that faithfulness. And in that, I think that that's what allows us, those donors and those donations, that allows us to continue to see people on a sliding scale, which is one of my absolute favorite parts. I love to be able to see people of all economic backgrounds, no matter their financial situation at the time.
To that child dealing with a parent who's absent, to that teen and their parents in the darkest place where hope is hard to find, to those who face abuse and trauma with no fault of their own, to grandparents raising grandchildren in a much different world than the ones they raised their own kids, those who've had special people in their life who've died, some of whom come to our groups at Jenny's Hope, to the college student who meets on telehealth to navigate the new but challenging world far from home, to the couple who wants to rebuild and reconcile.
I think also the donations help us to hire the absolute best counselors, and we have those. And that gets us to continue to have trainings and continuing educations provided for us. So honestly, I mean, these counselors that we have at Wise County Christian Counseling, they are my colleagues, but mostly they are my friends, and I absolutely love doing life with them.
To those who want to break unhealthy patterns, to children who just need to play out their worries, to families to meet together, to learn to communicate and to really hear each other, to those who've been released from mental health facilities who need continuation of care and to help them get back into their daily lives, and to schools faced with devastating loss. You as a donor are connected to each of those people and those families as you support our organization and as we support them. Your support and gifts touch lives, they save lives, and they change lives.
So I am grateful for the counselors and staff. I am grateful for our board that just so supports us and wants us to be successful. But I am grateful just beyond measure for those of you who walk alongside us, those of you who pray with us, those of you who give financial contributions. That faithfulness of your prayers and your donations, that just shows up in Wise County Christian Counseling in such huge ways. Thank you.